Hey guys, this is Amit and you are watching Tech Dad. In this video, we are going to compare between Poco M3 Pro versus Vivo V20 and we will discuss which one is better in camera, performance, display, body of the devices, features, communication chips and about the prices. In the end of the video, I will tell you which one is better according to me. So watch this video till the end. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Let the comparison start with the camera of the devices. Talking about the rear camera of the devices, M3 Pro have triple camera setup, 48 megapixel of wide camera, 2 megapixel of macro camera and 2 megapixel of depth sensor. Whereas V20 also have triple camera setup, 64 megapixel of wide camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera and 2 megapixel of depth sensor. So the winner here is V20 because it have better camera sensor. And about the front camera of the devices, M3 Pro have 8 megapixel of wide camera, whereas V20 have 44 megapixel of wide camera. So without a doubt, the winner here is V20 because it have 44 megapixel of wide camera which can take low noisy photos in low light condition. Let's talk about the camera features of the devices. M3 Pro have dual LED flash, HDR and panorama, whereas V20 also have dual LED flash, HDR and panorama. So it's a tie here. And about the video recording options in the devices, M3 Pro can shoot Full HD video max at 30 fps and V20 can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps, Full HD video max at 30 fps with gyro electronic image stabilization. So the winner here is V20 because it can record in 4K and it have gyro electronic image stabilization. Moving to the performance of the devices, let's start with the operating system of the devices. M3 Pro have Android 11 support. On the other side, V20 also have Android 11 support. So it's a tie. And about the user interface of the devices, M3 Pro have MIUI, whereas V20 comes with FunTouch UI. So I will call it a tie because both of the user interface have different UI. Let's talk about the processor of the devices. M3 Pro have Dimensity 7000 5G based on 7nm processor, whereas V20 is powered by Snapdragon 720G based on 12nm processor. So the winner here is V20 because it have higher processing speed. And about the GPU of the devices, M3 Pro is packed with Mali G57, whereas V20 is packed with Adreno 618. So the winner here is V20 because it can give you more FPS in games. Let's talk about the clock speed of the devices. M3 Pro can clock at 2.2 GHz based on octa-core Cortex chipset, whereas V20 can clock at 2.3 GHz based on octa-core Cortex chipset. So the winner here is V20 because it have faster clock speed. And about the RAM variants in the devices, M3 Pro comes with two RAM variants, 4 and 6 GB, whereas V20 only have 8 GB of RAM variant. So clearly the winner here is V20 because it have bigger capacity of RAM. Let's talk about the internal storage of the devices. M3 Pro comes with two storage options, 64 and 128, whereas V20 have two options, 128 and 256 GB. So again the winner here is M3 Pro because it have faster read and write speed. And about the external storage of the devices, M3 Pro have dedicated card slot, whereas V20 also have dedicated card slots. So it's a tie. Moving to the display features of the devices, let's start with the display size of the devices. M3 Pro have 6.5 inches of display, whereas V20 also have 6.44 inches of display. So it's a tie here because both of the devices have approximately the same display size. And about the screen to body ratio of the devices, M3 Pro have 83.7% of ratio, whereas V20 have 83.7%. So again it's a tie because both of the devices have same ratio. Let's talk about the screen resolution of the devices. M3 Pro comes with Full HD Plus display. In the other hand, V20 also have Full HD Plus display. So it's a tie here. And about the display type of the devices, M3 Pro have IPS LCD display having 90 Hz of refresh rate, whereas V20 have AMOLED display. So the winner here is M3 Pro because it can give you high frame rate in games. Moving to the body features of the devices, let's start with the thickness of the devices. M3 Pro have 8.9 mm of thickness, whereas V20 have 7.4 mm of thickness. So the winner here is V20 because it have slimmer body design. Talking about the weight of the devices, M3 Pro have 190 grams of weight, whereas V20 have 171 grams of weight. So the winner here is V20 because it have lighter body weight. And about the protective glass of the devices, M3 Pro have Gorilla Glass 3, whereas V20 have Gorilla Glass 3. So it's a tie here because both of the devices can give you same protection. Let's talk about the build quality of the devices. M3 Pro have plastic back with plastic frame, whereas V20 have plastic back with plastic frame. So it's a tie here because both of the devices have same build quality. And about the SIM options in the devices, both of the devices have dual nano SIM support, so it's a tie. Moving to some of the most important features of the devices. Let's start with the fingerprint scanner of the devices. M3 Pro have side-mounted fingerprint scanner. In the other side, V20 have under-display fingerprint scanner. So the winner here is M3 Pro because it have faster scanner. And about the sensors in the devices, M3 Pro have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass, whereas V20 have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass. So it's a tie. Moving to the battery capacity of the devices, M3 Pro have 5000 mAh of battery capacity, whereas V20 have 4000 mAh of battery capacity. So the clear winner here is M3 Pro because it have bigger battery capacity. Let's talk about the charging speed of the devices. M3 Pro have 18 watts of fast charging, whereas V20 have 33 watts of fast charging. So the winner here is V20 because it can charge up a device faster. Let's talk about the loudspeaker of the devices. M3 Pro comes with normal speakers, whereas V20 also have normal speakers. So it's a tie here. And about the headphone jack of the devices, M3 Pro have 3.5 mm of headphone jack, whereas V20 also have. So it's a tie. Moving to the communication chips in the devices, starting with the WLAN of the devices. Both of the devices comes with Wi-Fi AC, dual band Wi-Fi direct and hotspot. So it's a tie. And about the Bluetooth version of the devices, M3 Pro have 5.1 generation of Bluetooth, whereas V20 also have 5.1 generation of Bluetooth. So it's a tie here because both the devices have same generation of Bluetooth. Let's talk about the positioning chips in the devices. M3 Pro have AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS, whereas V20 also have AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS. So again it's a tie. And about the USB connectivity of the devices, M3 Pro have 2nd gen of Type-C connector, whereas V20 also have 2nd gen of Type-C connector, but it have OTG support. So the winner here is V20 because it have OTG support. Moving to the prices of the devices. In the international market, M3 is around $180, whereas V20 is available from $200. In the Indian market, M3 Pro have starting range from 16,000 rupees, whereas V20 is available from 20,000 rupees. So the conclusion of the video is, in the camera, the winner is V20. In the performance, the winner is V20. In the display, the winner is M3 Pro. In the body segment, the winner is V20. In the features of the device, the winner is V20. In the communication chips, it's a tie. And about the prices, the winner is M3 Pro. So the decision is totally yours. Which device you like the most so far, and let me know in the comment below. What do you think, which device is better for you? So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like our content, please like our video, share this video and subscribe to our channel. Comment what you thought in the comment below. If you're watching this video on Facebook, please like our page TechDad. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram ID on the screen. This is Amit and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.